Good afternoon, basketball fans. You are looking live at Wayne City High School in Wayne City, Illinois, the site of the 64th annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. We've got action for you in 3 games this afternoon here on AreaSports.net. I'm Randy Olson, joined by Danny Anselman. And Danny, good matchup here in our first game this morning. We're going to have the Cisne Running Lions against the Weber Township Trojans. And the first of 3 games that we're going to do today. So great to be back for another Conrad Allen tournament. This thing's been going on for 64 years now. Can you believe it?
That's quite a long stretch here, Randy, for this tournament, and that says a lot about it. Well, we got a veteran officiating crew. We got Bobby Blondie and Mr. Davis.
Man, they've been doing about 64 years too, haven't they?
David Davis. Bobby Blondie has been. David Davis is not quite that old, but Bobby Blondie, a long-time veteran official. He likes that when I call him veteran.
Veteran, yeah. You can see on our video screen the veteran officials there meeting with the captains from both the teams right now. Cisne Running Lions come in 0-5. Weber Township Trojans, I don't have their record in front of me, but I think they are about 5-1. I think their only loss, I believe, has been to Christopher in the championship of that Christopher Thanksgiving tournament. So 2 teams may be going in opposite directions this afternoon to start things off, but you never know, and that's why you always play the game on the floor and not on paper. I mean, we've seen crazy things happen here at this Conrad Allen tournament years before.
It happened to them last year.
Well, it did. Yeah, Coach Brad Beatty said that on the Sports Couch with us a couple weeks ago about the good teams he's had come in here and lay an egg.
Never played in the championship game.
Amazing, isn't it? Really hard to believe that's the case, but that's why you gotta bring your A game all the time. This tournament was won last year by Patoka. They had a great team last year, and they beat Wayne City in the championship game. 3rd place went to the Fairfield Junior Varsity team. They're not in the tournament this year.
You know, they come and made a pretty good statement over here last year as a JV team.
They did. Today's action after this Cisne-Weber game this afternoon, it'll be Gallatin County against North Clay of Louisville. Another new addition to the tournament this year. And we will cover that game for you as well here on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. And then we'll take a little bit of a break for Game 3, which will be Crab Orchard against Red Hill. We won't be covering that one. And then, Danny, you'll be back at 4:30 to feature the host Wayne City Indians against Grayville. So 3 of the 4 games here on the opening day of the Conrad Allen Tournament we're going to cover for you here with live video streaming on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. This is a unique tournament. It's a pool play style tournament, and it really runs from Saturday to Saturday. So it starts today and ends next Saturday.
Yeah, they'll play today. Then on Monday, it's going to be Crab Orchard versus Grayville, Cisne and Gallatin County, and North Clay and Weber. Then on Wednesday, it'll be Red Hill versus Grayville, Weber versus Gallatin County, and that's a game I've got highlighted right there. I look forward to seeing that matchup. And Crab Orchard, Wayne City. That should be 2 great games there on Wednesday night. And then Friday, it'll be Cisne, North Clay, and Red Hill and Wayne City. And then we'll come back on Saturday, and we'll have 4th place pool, 3rd place game, 2nd place game, and a 1st place game.
Yeah, so we'll see how all that falls as far as the tournament round, the trophy round next Saturday, December 16th here at the Wayne City High School. But we're glad that you're with us here live on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. I think somebody came by and knocked our banner off there.
Need another.
A second ago, yeah. There you go. Thank you. We've already been to the hospitality room, and Laura Miller and the crew down there are doing an excellent job again. They've got some delicious barbecue down there today, actually it's Italian beef. Yeah, Italian beef. And
come on, tell your story straight.
Italian beef, and then those bacon-wrapped wieners were good.
Yes, they were.
Outstanding. And then somebody made some brownies, too, some great brownies. So I'm sure if Bruce Dickey hears that, he's going to be here in a moment. He'll probably be tearing up that hospitality room.
Yeah, I'm sure so.
And if he rolls in here after a while, which I think he will, we'll probably see if maybe he wants to join us at halftime of one of these games and discuss what's going on here in the action here as Bruce Dickey and Marty David doing Fairfield Mules games now on AreaSports.net and on 90.9 The Vine. If you missed any scores from around the area last night, we have all those posted for you on AreaSports.net. We've got them grouped there by conference so you can see exactly what happened in all the conference play around the area last night. And there were some very, very interesting games. And Danny, you saw a good one last night with your Foxes getting a big win last night in Black Diamond Conference play.
Foxes started off the home season and the Black Diamond Conference with a nice win over Russ Gerlach's Edward County Lions.
And this Weber bunch that we're seeing here this morning against Cisne, Weber beat Thompsonville last night by 10 points. Thompsonville's got a huge team this year, a lot of height. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's actually the second time they've played this year already in this young season.
I don't know.
I think so. And again, Weber the winner last night by 10 points. And so Coach Brad Beatty's squad comes in today, I think, with a record of 5-1. I think their only loss was to Christopher down at that Thanksgiving tournament.
And that was in overtime.
This was in overtime, right. And Cisne Running Lions looking for their first win still this year. Kevin Bowen back at the helm. Of course, he's the superintendent there at Cisne High School, and he's back at the helm after coaching the Running Lions before and having a very successful campaign. And he's taken over the reins again this year, and they've got a little bit of size with Atwood at 6'5", and Tannehill at 6'3", and Ferris at 6'1", Farley at 6'2", and then Jordan Hosick, one of their senior returning starters, is at 5'9". Weber Trojans got a group of guys that we've been watching play, Danny, since they were in junior high, and they made quite an impact in junior high at the state tournament back in grade school, and now here they are, seniors. We're talking about Dylan Stratton, Charles Neal, Dalton Hart, and Brody Mount. Those guys have been playing together for quite a while, and they've been waiting and looking forward to the senior season, a chance for them to make an impact.
Well, now's their time. It's their one shining moment.
Yes, it is. They are seniors, and it's up to them. And we've had Coach Brad Beatty on the sports couch with us a couple different times here recently. Just got a message from Ben Farley, head coach of North Clay, says, hey, thanks Area Sports for broadcasting the Conrad Allen Tournament today so I can watch the Running Lions. Okay. You're welcome there, Ben. But where was I going there? We had Coach Brad Beatty on the sports couch with us here, and he said, this group of guys, these seniors that he has this year, have got such experience, and they want to lead by example with the younger guys that they have. And so he says, it makes practices so much better, and it also makes the game time much better because those seniors sometimes will look at the coach and say, hey, we got your back, or we've got this. And so far they have. I mean, they've lived up to the hype so far, and we'll see if they can live up to the hype today, because coming into this tournament, you got to figure that Weber Township is one of the favorites, Gallatin County is one of the favorites, but you also got to figure that Wayne City is one of the favorites, too, as well as Crab Orchard.
Wayne City's really amazing story, Randy. Coming in here, they're opening the season 5-1. They got a new head coach. He started late. He kind of started behind the 8 ball, had no varsity coaching experience, and things are going pretty well for them.
Mm-hmm. They are going to lower the flag, and we're going to have the playing of our national anthem here in just a moment. And so while they do that, we're going to let you see some messages from some of our underwriters here on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net.
In 2011, Chad May started Prominent Technology and Consulting Services to serve a need in business and public sectors in our area. Chad has been an accomplished IT project manager for over 10 years. He has 12 years experience in the banking, manufacturing, farming, trade, and medical fields. I can tell you firsthand that Mr. May is excellent in working with computers. He is professional, prompt, and maintains competitive rates. Whether it is consulting services, installation, preventive maintenance, or in-shop repair, I highly recommend you contact Prominent Technology and Consulting Services today at 643-7114.
Our national anthem here this morning prior to this game between the Cisne Running Lions and the Weber Township Trojans, the first game of the 64th annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. Again, I'm Randy Olson, joined by Danny Anselman, and glad that you're with us here on both of our websites, AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. Cisne will be the traveling team today in their travel orange uniforms, trimmed in the blue. Look much like the Fighting Illini of Illinois.
Yeah, Very similar.
Number 10 is Jordan Hosick. He's a 5'9" senior.
At forward, number 30 is 6'3".
Number 30 is Zach Tannehill. He's a 6'3" senior for Coach Kevin Bowen.
At forward, number 32.
Number 32 is Josh Ferris. He's a 6'1" senior for the Running Lions.
At forward, number 14 is 6'5".
Number 14 is Blake Atwood. He's the tallest guy on the Running Lions squad. Stands at 6'5", and he's a senior.
Number 44 is 6'2".
And rounding out the starting lineups, number 44, Aiden Farley. Farley's a 6'2" sophomore for the Cisne Running Lions. Again, they come in at 0-5. Be looking to pull the big upset here this afternoon against these Weber Township Trojans. Trojans will be the home team on the scoreboard this afternoon, wearing their white uniforms trimmed in the blue letters and numerals. Let's meet the Trojans right now.
Guard, number 42 is 6'1" sophomore.
Number 42 is Dalton Adcock. He's 6'1" sophomore.
At guard, number 13 is 6' senior Dylan Stratton.
Dylan Stratton is number 14. He's a 6' senior, one of those 4 seniors that make up the brunt of the Trojans lineup. Number 24 is Brody Mount, 6'1" senior.
At center, number 20 is 6'5".
Number 20 is Charles Neal, 6'5", senior for the Trojans.
And at forward, number 23 is 6'1".
And number 23 is Dalton Hart, 6'1" senior, rounding out the starting 5 for Coach Brad Beatty and the Weber Township Trojans, who finished second place in the Christopher Thanksgiving Tournament, losing to the host Bearcats. And we'll have the opening cheer here by the Trojans cheerleaders, and then we'll be ready for basketball action here this afternoon. Following this game, Gallatin County will take on North Clay, and we'll have that one for you too. You'll have to refresh your browser and reload the website in order to see that one on the screen, but we'll have that one for you this afternoon, scheduled to tip at about 1:30. And later on this afternoon, it'll be the host Wayne City Indians against Grayville. That one's scheduled to tip about 4:30. There is one game in between that, featuring Crab Orchard against Red Hill. We will not be providing coverage of that game today.
Today's commentators are Bob Blondie, Dave Davis, and Mike Stallings.
Mike Stallings, Johnson City
Yeah,
guy.
Dave Davis and Mr. Blondie. Definitely a veteran crew.
Yep. You know, I encourage any young guy that wants to stay connected to the game. There's your opportunity right there, Randy, because there's definitely a shortage.
There is that. You're going to have Stratton jumping against Atwood, or I should say Neal against Atwood. Center circle, and the tip's controlled by the Trojans, and here we go. They'll work it to the right side of Mount, and we've got a foul right away. He's trying to cut through the lane with Stratton.
Foul's going to be on Tannehill. He made his impression felt right off the bat.
Yeah, Stratton was knocked to the floor to start this one. And now he'll be the trigger man on offense for Weber. Come inside to Mount. He'll give it back to Stratton, and he'll set up the offense. To Mount. Back to Stratton.
Had a set play there where they wanted to get Charles Neal back door, but Cisne had it scouted out.
Yes, they did. That was going to be one of those alley-oops, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mount's got it again on the right wing. And a little skip pass across that time to Adcock. Adcock got some decent playing time last year as a freshman, I recall.
Yes, he did. He was a key roller in on that sub line.
Mount has it again. And we got offensive foul called against the Trojans.
It's going to be on Dalton Hart.
So one foul apiece and no score yet as we're underway. We've played about a minute.
Yeah, neither team looks like they're really fired up, ready to play. This 12 o'clock dinner specials kind of got them thrown off.
Cisne with their first possession of the game. They come out to the top here to Tannehill. Work it left wing to Hosick. Hosick was one of their main guys last year. He's a senior. Back out to the top to Ferris now. Back to Hosick. He throws it out of bounds. Turnover on the Run Lions.
First one of the game.
You know, especially if you played a game last night and then you're bouncing back and playing today at 12 noon, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, you know, for this Weber team, they got home late, and I'm sure these young folks anymore are not used to rolling out real early.
Stratton has it, comes out to Mount. They'll work it around the wing to Hadcock.
Cisne in a good man-to-man defense. They're doing a nice job.
They're sagging off and clogging things up a little bit, too. As Neal tried to make a move inside the lane, and there's a foul on the run line.
Foul's going to be on number 44, Farley.
That's the second team foul on Cisne. He'll be out of bounds to Weber on the baseline. Trigger man will be Stratton again as he comes into Mount. Now out to Neal. Back to Stratton. He'll put up the 3 ball. Missed it off the iron. Good box out that time by Cisne. A real good box out.
Had him sealed off, didn't they?
Sure did. Runner lines come out of there with it. And give it to the big man. Way out on the right wing. That's Atwood. Back out to Hosick. Out to Atwood again. Goes up for the jumper. Missed it. There's the weak side rebound by Weber. It's Hart with it. Brings it back the other way. Leaves it to Mount. He lost the handle. Another turnover. This time on Weber. Goes back to Cisne.
Things are a little sloppy.
A little helter-skelter so far, isn't it? Yeah.
Not into the flow of things yet.
No, definitely not. Here's Atwood getting cut off baseline by Adcock. Comes back out to Hosick. Weber also in a man-to-man defense here to open up the game as they try to punch it inside. Stolen away by Brody Mount. Lead pass ahead. Stratton goes up for the layup.
Can't get it to
Missed
fall.
it. Still no score here, and we've played 3 minutes. Hosick has it. Guard out there by Mount. Gives it to Atwood. There's a steal. Taken away by Stratton. Goes up for the layup. Missed it. There's the follow by Charles Neal up and in. Neal with the follow on the stick back, and it's 2-0 Weber.
Atwood got a piece of that ball.
Sure did.
But Neal hustled the floor and got 2.
Run the floor will often pay off for you if you're willing to do that. Here's a shot baseline. It's short. No good by Atwood. Rebound by Weber. Neal on the move. Leaves it for Stratton. Kicks it over to Adcock. Back out to Mount. Mount drives and throws it away. Right through the fingers of Charles Neal.
Turnover number 2. We're going to have a timeout by Brad Beatty.
Yeah, Brad's saying, man, we are just not got it together yet. Got to get our engine running here. So I'm going to call timeout here to talk about it.
We'd like to thank Hamilton County Communications, whether it be a business, telephone system, internet service, or you want to revisit your favorite games, tune in to Futiva, where you can watch sports, religious, and community happenings throughout the area. Give Hamilton County Communications a call, 736-2242.
2-0 is our score. 4:17 to play here. Opening quarter. Weber Township with the lead over Cisne. First of 4 games to be played today here at the 64th Annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. Gallatin County takes on North Clay after this. Host Wayne City Indians will play later this afternoon at 4:30 against Grayville. All right, back to action as Cisne has the basketball and Hosick will bring it up. Hosick's guarded out there by Hart, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Hart. You think these officials had to practice a little bit in the mirror to give all these signals now with two hands instead of doing the one?
I'll tell you what,
that new rule this year?
It makes it a lot more complicated for me. I don't like it.
Here's Hosick triggering it into Atwood.
I'm not real good at sign language, I guess.
Down on the baseline, they go to Ferris. Back out to Atwood. Well, what happens if one of the officials is dyslexic and he does it opposite, you know? Instead of 24, it's 42.
You're going to have a mess. See who that foul was on.
Yeah, that's a third team foul on the Trojans. There's 2 team fouls on Cisne. Out of bounds to Cisne.
Foul was on Thompson, who just came into the game.
Oh, boy, that was almost a turnover as they get the inbound way out front to Ferris, I should say. Ferris gives it to Atwood. Atwood drives on Adcock. Nice pass inside the lane. It's blocked away. Good block there by Charles Neal. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Weber basketball. That's a good interior pass that time by Cisne, but Charles Neal was there to reject that shot.
Neal got up high.
3:23 left here in the first quarter. It's a 2-0 game. Weber Township with the lead. Both teams trying to get their feet underneath them here a little bit. Here's a long three out front by Neal. It's short. Rebound by Atwood, and Cisne will bring it back the other way. Jose gives it up to Atwood out front. Now they come to Ferris. Back to Atwood. Atwood goes around his man, puts up a shot, got it. Went to his left and put it up. And he is a lefty. 2-2 ties the game, and on the other end, here's a drive inside by Brody Mount. It's no good, but there's going to be a foul, and Mount will go to the line. That's going to be the third team foul on Cisne here in the first quarter.
It's going to be Farley's second foul.
So Brody Mount, the 6'1 senior, goes to the line for Weber Township. Free throw's good, makes it 3-2.
High scoring first quarter here, Randy.
Yeah, isn't it? Garrett Thompson is in the game for Weber. He's a 5'10 senior. He saw a lot of playing time last year, too.
Trojans are 1 out of 5. Second free throw's good.
Makes it 4-2.
Cisne's 1 out of 4. It's pretty even.
Yeah, not stellar shooting yet. Atwood works against Adcock in the Cisne front court. Tries to go inside. That one ricochets off. Shot is up, no good. Missed by Tannehill. Rebound Weber. Back the other way they come. Stratton has it out front by the volleyball line. Guarded by Hosick. Comes over to Adcock. Now to Mount. Fakes a shot. Goes inside. Neal has it. Drives baseline. Missed it. Follows. Tipped around and going to have a foul inside.
Yeah, Mr. Blondie, he's still doing the one hand.
Is he? He says, what are you going to do, fire me? I've been doing this for about 50 years. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm not changing now.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, I guess, right? Shot out front is no good by Stratton as the cold shooting continues. Cisne with a rebound after a little scramble there. Hosick comes out on the dribble. And that's Hatcher out there. Hatcher's a little guy, 5'6" freshman for Cisne. Gives it up to Hosick. Atwood has it again. Nice spin move. Shot is good. Atwood's a nice ball player.
He's a nice player for this team.
Blake Atwood, 6'5" senior. Ties the game at 4-4. Weber Township back in the front court here. We're approaching 1 minute to play here in this first quarter. Here's a long three by Thompson, no good. Nobody there for the rebound for Weber, and Cisne comes away with it.
With a chance to take the lead.
Hatcher has it. Over to Atwood. I tell you, when you got that kind of size like Atwood has, and then you're a lefty, it makes it tough to guard you.
And he looks like he's a decent ball handler.
Yeah, I think he is. Hosick over to Hatcher.
There's a mismatch.
Yeah, isn't it though?
6'5" Neal against 5'6" Hatcher.
And there's his pockets getting picked. And he wanted to jump up and dunk it, and instead he traveled. Brody Mount on the violation. He was trying to get his feet set under him to go up and flush it, and
Brad Beatty says, what? Mr. Davis says he tapped him 3 times. He gave him a signal for it.
Turnover gives it back to Cisne.
4 turnovers.
Yes. 6 seconds left. Atwood with a shot. Missed it. And that's the end of the first quarter. Well, our score, Weber Township 4 and Cisne 4. And we'll come back with more action in just a moment.
You know, just about everything has a life cycle, and phone systems aren't any different. If it's time to buy a new phone system, you'll want to call Hamilton County Communications, a proven leader in installing and maintaining business phone systems. But that's not all they do. Hamilton County Communications also provides internet services throughout southeastern Illinois. With many plans to choose from, they'll work with you to determine the best option to fulfill your online browsing needs. And finally, Hamilton County Communications is an authorized agent for Alltel. Stop by and see one of their Alltel agents for a free consultation.
Danny, what's your thoughts on that first quarter? We're tied at 4-4.
Well, very cold shooting. Cisne's 2 out of 7. Trojans are 1 out of 8. 4 turnovers and 3 turnovers. So, I mean, a pretty even quarter, you know. Both teams are about equal on shots. Just young guys trying to get in the flow of the game here, Randy.
Well, I think if you're Kevin Bowen, you got to be excited that your team is tied with highly touted Weber Township here after one quarter. You got them right where you want them.
You know, they've kind of taken Weber out of their game. Weber likes to push the ball and score, and here we are 4-4. This is definitely a Cisne-paced game.
Oh, I agree. And Cisne will have the ball first to start this second quarter of play. Again, Cisne, if you just joined us on our video stream, Cisne is in the orange uniforms. And they have the ball. Out front, it's Tannehill. Over to Hosick. Weber stays in that man-to-man defense here. Ferris has it now over to Hatcher. You got Adcock on Hatcher now. Here is a drive, and a shot is missed by Atwood, and a rebound by Weber. Brody Mount has it. Puts up a shot from the baseline, got it. They didn't really come out on him, so he took the shot. 6-4 Trojans.
I'm a little surprised. Well, Hart is off of him. I started to say he's got 2 fouls, and he was guarding Atwood a while ago.
Yeah, now they got Adcock on him again. I guess they switched a minute ago on a pick or something.
Probably got switched on a pick because Atwood's going to, if they're not careful, he'll have the 3rd foul on Hart.
Yeah. But it's interesting that the young sophomore has been given the assignment to guard Atwood. Hatcher has the ball out front. Back to Atwood. Goes up for the shot from the elbow, in and out, no good. Ball's loose. Hatcher comes away with it to Hosick. And it goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Cisne. You notice they're getting a little bit more help defense, though, from the Trojans on that possession. When Atwood would get the ball, they would collapse a little bit and try to double. Inside it goes to Atwood. A little hook shot is off, no good. Ball's loose and goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Weber.
So cold shooting continues.
Cold like the weather.
Yeah.
6:31 to go here. First half. Adcock has it for Weber. Trojans lead 6-4. Here's a long shot behind the arc, and that's good by Dalton Hart.
His first shot of the day is a 3-ball.
9-4, Trojans up. Cisne back in the front court with Hatcher. They go to Hosick. Mount reaches in, almost a steal. Mount comes back out to Atwood. Here's a drive by Hosick. Gets underneath the basket, can't shoot, comes back out. There's a shot put up by Ferris, no good, but rebound cleared out of there by Weber.
You know, it don't look like the rims have loosened up much here. Last year that was, you know, a topic of the tournament.
That's right.
It just about had to be a swish or it'd rattle out on people.
Good post move underneath by Charles Neal. He missed the shot, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair for the Trojans.
Foul's going to be on Atwood, his second. That's a key foul.
That is a big foul for Cisne. That's also 5 team fouls. It's the first free throws made by Neal. Yeah, the running lines have got to have Atwood on the floor. He's kind of their their offense kind of built around him.
Coming in the game for Weber is Caden Traylor. He wears number 22.
He's another sophomore. 6'3" sophomore.
Neal gets them both.
11-4, 7-point lead as Cisne has the ball in the front court. They work it left wing to Atwood. Still guarded by Adcock. Now they go in the high post, and the triple team is in there. The jump ball is going to be called. Tannehill found himself surrounded by white jerseys on all three sides of him.
Weber's doing a pretty good job of trapping when it goes to certain locations on the floor.
Trojan basketball. Caden Taylor has the ball in left wing. They come across now to Mount. And he traveled with the basketball.
Turnover number 5 on the Trojans.
Yeah, Taylor coming off the bench at 6'3" gives Brad Beatty some size.
Yeah, they got another young sophomore, that Peyton Hill. I don't see him down here today, but he wears number 33. He's 6'6". He was talking to us about him the last time.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that Caden Taylor that's in there now, I think that he was ineligible there for a while due to some kind of disciplinary thing, but obviously back in action tonight. So Atwood has the ball for Cisne. Goes to Hosick. Out to Hatcher. Smallest guy on the floor. Knocks down the three.
I'd say that's why he's on the floor right there.
I think so. That makes it 11-7. And that stops a 7-0 run by the Trojans. Ball is loose and Hatcher steals it.
Turnover number 6 on the Trojans.
Running Lions are hanging around. And anytime you hang around,
you're dangerous.
You are dangerous. There's a double team, and foul's going to be called on the Trojans.
Going to be on Mount, his first.
Be triggered in by Josh Ferris, Cisne. Comes into Hatcher. Hatcher guarded by Mount. 4 teams foul on Weber now, and going to time out by Coach Kevin Bowen and the Cisne Run Lions. 3:58 to go here in the first half. Our score is Weber Township 11, Cisne 7.
Otten's Pizza is a proud sponsor of our broadcast. Located by the railroad tracks in McLeansboro, Otten's has been serving outstanding pizza for over 3 decades. The owners, Dick and Lucille Otten, would like to thank all their customers for their business.
Okay, I'm Lucille Otten, and I'm proud to be a sponsor for Otten's Pizza House with this broadcasting. We serve a lot of people in Hamilton County and sponsor other groups in Hamilton County.
I'm Dick Otten, co-owner of Otten's Pizza with my wife Lucille. We've been in business for 34 years, serving the great people of Hamilton County and McLeansboro, and we appreciate your business.
Yeah, welcome back to action here at the 64th Annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. I'm Randy Olson along with Danny Anselman, and it's 11-7, Weber Township leading Cisne. Running Lions will have the basketball.
I'm sure that's not what Weber was anticipating the score being here going into halftime.
I don't think so. Ferris is going to trigger it in. Gets it into Hatcher.
Oh, the little guy picked up his dribble a long way from out there.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Hosick has it now.
Just the look on his face was priceless.
It
like,
was.
oh, no.
Atwood has it, and ball comes out of his hands, but hit by the Trojans. It'll be Cisne ball. Hatcher's the kind of guy that you would hate to have to try to pitch to if you're playing baseball, you know.
Oh, yeah,
that strike zone would be pretty tight.
Should be a pretty tight strike zone.
Yeah, it'd be tough to get the strikes across against him. Here's the inbound, and a little jump shot there, a little hook shot by Ferris makes it 11-9. And don't look now, but Cisne is hanging around here. And there's a drive by Brody Mount on the other end for Weber.
He's got 6 on the day.
6 of the 13. As the Trojans lead at 13-9. Hatcher again out front to Hosick. Out of Tannehill to Ferris. Goes baseline. Shot missed. No good. He likes putting that little jump hook shot up, doesn't he?
Had a good look at it.
There's a drive inside. No good by Stratton. A follow no good. Neal battling for it. And this time Cisne comes away with it. They get it out to Hosick. Hosick to Hatcher. And Hatcher is fouled as almost jumping completely over him was Brody Mount.
And that's 2 fouls on Mount.
Well, and no pun intended, but the fouls are starting to mount on the Weber Trojans. 5 team fouls on Weber and 5 on Cisne. And we're just in the second quarter. Inbound to Hatcher. Hatcher didn't start this game, but Bowen's leaving him out there for a long time now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I think he's kind of gotten into the flow of the game. Hosick down to Hatcher. He knew he couldn't shoot it against those trees down there, so he kicked it out to Atwood. That one's knocked away. Down underneath, that one's blocked from behind, but the foul's going to be called, I think, on Hart.
Mount. And that's going to be his third.
Oh, boy. Yeah. That's a big foul. And Brody Mount is going to have to sit down for his third personal foul here with 2:31 to go in the first half, as at the line for Cisne is Zach Tannehill. His free throw's good. 13-10. 3-point game. Back in the ball game for Weber's number 3, Garrett Thompson. Second one's also good. 2-point game, 13-11. Well, you just wouldn't know by watching this that Cisne hasn't won a basketball game this year, because they're hanging with Weber. Shots missed. There's the follow by Neal, no good. Cisne crashes the boards, and a traveling violation is going to be called. Zach Tannehill might have been bumped a little bit that time.
That's a pretty tough.
That's a tough call.
Wow.
A little contact on the rebound. Here's the inbound to Neal. Out to Adcock. He'll come out for a 3-ball by Hart. He misses wide right. Rebound Atwood for Cisne.
If you'd have said at halftime Neal and Stratton had neither one scored, I'd have said I'll take that.
Yeah. It'd be hard to believe. Here's a bounce pass. Shot from the free throw line is good. Josh Ferris has tied this game for Cisne. 1:46 to go in the first half, and we said it at the beginning of the show how Weber Township struggles in this tournament, and they're struggling again this afternoon.
And especially with opening round games.
Yep. Just can't seem to get the mojo going here as Charles Neal drives down the lane and scores, puts Weber back out in front, 15-13.
His first 2 on the day.
1:18 left here in the first half. Halftime, we're going to see if we can grab Coach Jeff Morris of Wayne City. He's sitting in front of us here. We'll see if we can talk to him here in the first half about this action as the shot is made
by Atwood.
He ties it at 15 apiece. Under a minute to play. Adcock's got it for Weber. Now out front to Stratton. 45 seconds to play. Hart has it inside the lane. It's partially blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. They say hit it off a Cisne player. It'll stay with Weber with 39 seconds left. Tied at 15 is checking back in as Caden Taylor, 6'3" sophomore for the Trojans. Wearing number 22. Here's the inbound to Neal, to Adcock, to Taylor. Long shot by Neal is off the iron, no good. And nobody goes to the boards for Weber. Cisne gets the rebound. They'll bring it back. They'll have a chance to score here and take the lead going to half line.
Well, they would have to feel awful good.
Yes. Hatcher's got it.
Looks Looks like they're going to go for the last one.
Well, it's either going to be Atwood taking the shot or Hatcher's going to take the shot. Let's see what happens here. Atwood's got it. He puts it up. Good defense there on that final set by Weber. They don't really get a quality shot off, so we are tied. We were tied after one quarter. We're tied after a half. Our score is Weber Township 15 and Cisne 15. And we'll come back and take a look at the halftime stats, and we'll try to grab us a coach here to have on the show at halftime as well. So keep it here on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. And welcome back. Again, our halftime score 15-15 here between Weber Township and Cisne Running Lions. It's the first game of the 64th annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. And joining us here at halftime is Jeff Morris. He's the head coach of the Wayne City Indians, and he's been watching here with interest in this first game. Jeff, what do you think of that first half play?
Well, I think Cisne's kept the pace that they wanted to. Mm-hmm. They're basically playing inside the arc defensively, and they're making Weber shoot it from the outside, and Weber's not able to connect out there. And the pace is at theirs right now. And,
I totally agree.
And they're doing a good job defensively. They're frustrating them a little, and then on the offensive end, they're just taking care of the basketball and getting good shots. So
yeah, if you're Kevin Bowen, you got to be elated that you're tied at halftime here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they played the perfect first half, and they got Blueford or Weber frustrated right now. So
yeah, Weber. This pace definitely not what Weber wants. They usually want to get up down the floor and go, and Cisne has definitely been successful in slowing down the pace of this game.
Yeah, I think it goes back to just on the offensive end for Cisne. They're able to work the ball around without allowing Weber to put pressure on them and get them in a fast-paced game. Mm-hmm. So
Atwood's a nice player for Cisne, and with that size and then being a lefty, he's tough to defend.
Yeah, he's come a long way. I coached him when he was in grade school, and he's really developed nicely. He rises up on his jump shot, so he's hard to contest, and he's got a quick first step, and he's strong with the basketball.
Neither team really shooting the lights out, though. It's been kind of tough shooting here to go, and it's tough playing a Saturday afternoon game, particularly when you're bouncing back after having just played a Friday night game.
Yeah, we were watching the kids warm up. There just wasn't much oomph in the step, and I think the second half will pick up a little. But yeah, like you said, it's hard to get up for a noon game.
Yeah, it really is. This game after this, we're going to have Gallatin County against North Clay, and that should be an interesting matchup, too, to see what happens. Huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen North Clay play yet, so I'm interested in seeing them play, but I've heard they're going to be pretty good this year.
Have you been to the hospitality room yet?
I made a trip down there. I haven't ate yet, though.
Oh, I'm telling you what, Laura's outdone herself down there today.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, Danny says you're the only guy in the gym that hasn't been down there yet.
Somebody goes,
like coaching the gym anyway.
I try to walk down there a while ago, and they go, it's all gone. So.
Yeah, it was good, I'll tell you. So, yeah, you got to make your way down there and have lunch before you have your game at 4:30 this afternoon against Grayville. And Grayville's a team that you could look past if you're not careful, and you don't want to look past them, do you?
No, we talked about that in practice yesterday. We said we're not good enough to look past anybody. Grayville's young, but they're hungry, and they're going to come out and they're going to play hard, and they're going to compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it should be an interesting game this afternoon for you to kick off the tournament at 4:30 this afternoon. Again, we appreciate you joining us here at halftime, and our score is 15-15. Jeff,
all right,
talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Jeff Morris, head coach here at Wayne City, and they have to come in as one of the favorites in this tournament as well. I think that your four favorites coming into the tournament would have to be Weber Township, Gallatin County, Crab Orchard, and Wayne City. I think those are the four favorites. But we're seeing one of those favorites struggle here at halftime, Danny, as Weber Township finds himself in a dogfight, 15-50, with the winless Cisne Running Lions.
Yeah, they're shooting 5 out of 19 on field goals for 26%, Randy. They are 4 out of 4 from the free throw line, but 26% shooting with 6 turnovers makes for a pretty long half. Scoring, Charles Neal has 6, Dalton Hart has 3, Brody Mount has 6, so not the normal spread around scoring of this team either. For the Cisne Lions, they are 6 out of 16 for 37.5%. They're not scorching the nets either, but they're making enough to be ahead in this contest. They're 2 out of 2 from the line. have 4 turnovers in the first half. Jace Hatcher has a 3. Blake Atwood has 6. Zach Tannehill 2. And Josh Ferris has 4 to give us a halftime score of 15-15.
All right, well, we'll take a bit of a break and be back with more coverage here from the Conrad Allen Tournament in just a little bit.
My name is Rick Rubenacker with 4R Equipment in McLeansboro, Illinois. 4R Equipment is your local Case IH dealer, and we have been serving the agricultural community of Southern Illinois for the past 25 years. With our modern shop and team of factory-trained technicians, we have everything we need to keep you going longer in the field. Our customized preventive maintenance programs will help you reduce the amount of breakdown time and maximize your uptime in the upcoming season. To learn more, stop by and see us today or find us on the web at 4requip.com.
Hello Fox fans, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Alan Tiffer-Tiller. I am the owner of Tiffer-Tiller Motors. We are a full-line Chevrolet Buick franchise dealer in McLeansboro. We stock a large inventory of new Chevrolet and Buick cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs, as well as a large variety of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We have an excellent service and parts department that can handle any service problem. We are committed to your satisfaction. We service all brands of vehicles and have weekly specials. If you live within the city limits, we offer pickup and delivery for your convenience. Come see us for any automotive concern or routine maintenance and ask for Ron Berkner, our service manager. We thank you, our customers, for your support, your patronage, and for allowing us to service you for 43 years. Go Foxes!
Considering a visit to a chiropractor? Wait no longer. Come to Watkins Family Chiropractic next to the post office in McLeansboro, or call for an appointment at 643-3833. For the past 12 years, Dr. Brett Watkins has been serving the community. He offers acupuncture and chiropractic adjustments for sciatic nerve pain, headache, muscle ache, and overall general health. In addition, Dr. Watkins carries a full range of vitamins. Most insurance cards are accepted. Watkins Family Chiropractic is a proud supporter of the High School Sports Videocast Network.
And welcome back here to Wayne City High School, the scene of the 64th Annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. I'm Randy Olson and joined with Danny Anselmet as we bring you coverage here of 3 of the 4 games being played today here on day 1. Halftime score here is Weber Township 15 and Cisne 15, and after this it'll be Gallatin County against North Clay, tipping at 1:30. Crab Orchard takes on Red Hill at 3 o'clock. We won't be covering that game, but then we'll have the game between Wayne City and Grayville at 4:30 this afternoon. And Danny, some interesting games around the area last night in the conferences. Talk about that Black Diamond last night.
Well, from the Black Diamond, El Dorado got Fairfield 62-54. Carmi defeated Johnson City in overtime 68-63. Hamilton County picked up a big win against Edwards County 44-34. Cesar got 62-48 over Chester. Vienna 57, Ziegler 32, and Oakville 82-39. John Krause must have them going.
Oh, yeah, I would say he does. We're going to have to get him on the sports couch here in the next week or so and see just what he's doing with that high-octane offense this year, because Noah Frederking's playing down at University of Evansville now, but he's got another Frederking playing for him.
Yeah, that's another one of those names that just keeps showing up. Some of the teams in this from the Midland Trail, Woodlawn defeated Odin last night 62-42. Christ Our Rock 49, Waltonville 38. Grayville, who will be playing later today, beat Sandoval 60-24. And this Weber team defeated Thompsonville 53-43, and they just look like they got jet lag out here this morning.
They do.
And Cisne, they lost to Oblong last night 48-34. So
they did play.
You know, both teams
played last night.
Both teams played last night, Randy.
Yeah.
A team going to come up next, Gallatin County Hawks. They defeated Pope County 53-47 last night. So Crab Orchard lost to Galatia 71-62.
And again, if you want to see those scores, they are posted, of course, on our sports website at AreaSports.net. You'll also see the latest AP basketball poll rankings on there, too. Some of those rankings, a little subject to wondering, well, who did the voting, but we can talk about that another time. As teams been called back to their respective benches, and we'll get second half action going here in just a moment. Well, if you're Weber Township, you're Coach Brad Beatty, I would say one of the halftime talks in the locker room was, hey, let's speed this game up.
Yeah, I look for him to come out and maybe go to a full court press or something just to try to change the tempo of this game, Randy.
Try to get his guys energized a little bit. Huh?
Because it's definitely to the pace of Cisne right now.
Yeah. All right, again, tie game here as we start the second half. Cisne has the basketball with Farley. Comes out to the top to Ferris. Bounce pass inside to Atwood. Back out to Ferris.
It's pretty definite, Brad Beatty. One of the things was, hey, Atwood's about carrying his team by himself. When he caught the ball, there was 4 white jerseys went to him.
With it now is Tannehill. And that one's going to Atwood and through his legs and out of bounds. Turnover.
Turnover number 5.
Back over to the Trojans as Brody Mount will walk it up. Comes over to Adcock. Original starters back in the game for the Trojans. Adcock has it. He's just a sophomore. Goes inside to Neal. Back to Adcock. In the corner to Mount. Mount will put up the 3. Missed it. Rebound by Cisne. Hosick brings it out on the dribble.
Key for the Trojans, Mount's got 3 fouls. He can't pick up a cheap one here anyway.
No. Into the high post they come to Farley. Back to Ferris. Inside they go to Tannehill. He's surrounded by 3 Trojans. Hosick, and he travels with the basketball.
2 quick turnovers on Cisne.
Tie ball game here. We're in the third quarter, 6:43 to play.
Not how they wanted to start the contest here today.
Definitely not. Trojans in the front court. Hart has it, and we got a foul away from the ball.
Foul's going to be on Farley, his 3rd.
Well, coming into the game for Cisne is going to be their secret weapon, Jace Hatcher, the little 5'6" freshman. He just kind of makes things happen when he come in there.
Done a nice job of handling the basketball for him.
He just he mixed it up in there that first half. I thought he brought him some energy. Here is the inbound to Neal for Weber.
This Weber team just looks like nobody wants to shoot the basketball.
No, they are very lethargic here in the first half. Best way to describe it, I think. Here's a shot off the dribble, and that's no good by Stratton. Rebound by Cisne. The other thing, too, is that when Weber shoots the ball, they just don't go crash the boards at all. They are not crashing the boards. I mean, Cisne is usually holding them to 1 shot.
Stratton's 0 for 7 for the game.
Here's a bounce pass inside, and that's an easy bunny missed by Ferris, but Cisne gets the rebound. Now it's stolen away by Weber. And the layup is blocked and going to be a foul called as Stratton went in for the layup. And that's going to send Dylan Stratton to the line. His foul's on Cisne. 2 quick team fouls on the Run Lions here in this second half.
That's a big foul. Atwood picks up his 3rd.
Gallatin County Hawks are all dressed up in matching shirts and ties as they go to the locker room to get dressed for their game coming up.
Gets both free throws.
Makes it 17-15. Doug Miller's got them all looking dapper.
Yeah.
Almost a steal. Hatcher has it. Now Adcock does steal it. Going to go back the other way with a breakaway and makes a shot, and he's fouled.
And that was a bad foul by Atwood right there.
He went for the block, but didn't get the ball. Instead picks up the foul, and Adcock will go to the line for the and 1. It's 19-15. Biggest lead of the game, I believe, for the Trojans, or equals their biggest lead at 4 points.
You know, when you got 3 fouls, Randy, you got to be a little bit smarter.
Yeah, you do. You do. Free throw good by Adcock. Makes it 20-15.
Especially when you know you're a key ingredient. Sometimes you just got to pick your fight.
Yeah, here we are with 5:35 to go in the third quarter, and Atwood's got 4 personal fouls.
I mean, it's just basically taking him out of the game
because he can't play again until the fourth quarter now.
Well, that, and when he comes in then, he can't be as aggressive as he wants to be.
Right. Yeah, he's going to be sitting for a while. All right, Hatcher's got the ball for Cisne. Who's going to be the offense for him now? Let's find out. Picks up his dribble. Comes to Hosick. And Weber looks like they've picked up the defensive pressure a little bit now that Atwood's out of the game. I don't know if that inspired them or what. Didn't they seem to have a little bit more zip in their step there on that sequence, on that half court? Ball was knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Weber. Here's the inbound to Neal. Neal in the corner to Hart. Back out to Mount. To Adcock. To Stratton. To Neal. He'll put up the 3 ball. Got it. Weber pulls out to an 8-point lead now, 23-15. Cisne has not scored in the second half. And we've played 3.5 minutes.
They've had 5 turnovers. Start this quarter.
Tannehill has it. Here's a shot from the wing by Brendan Potter, who came into the game. Potter's a 6'1 freshman that's in there due to the fact that Atwood's out with 4 fouls. Potter makes it 23-17. First bucket of the second half for Cisne. Here's a shot from the wing, no good. There's the follow, and that's the first time I can remember somebody from Weber crashing the boards after a missed shot. And it paid off as Dalton Hart gets the rebound and the stick back. 25-17. It's an 8-point Trojan lead. Knocked away and stolen by the Trojans. They throw it ahead to Mount. Mount goes inside to Neal, and he wheels, puts up the shot, no good, goes out of bounds, going to stay with Weber. You know, a funny thing happens when you pick up your defensive pressure. It just makes you play harder on the offensive side, too, you know?
Well, it just makes you get in the flow of the game.
Yeah. But it's like the entire personality of the Weber team changed defensively as soon as Atwood left the game with that foul. And as a result, they've kind of picked up their offensive mojo as well. Shot is missed, and here comes the Run Lions. Hatcher has it. Over to Hosick. Run Lions have 2 freshmen on the floor right now. The shot's put up by Hosick, no good. Rebound by Adcock. Garrett Thompson in the game for the Trojans. Over to Adcock, inside to Neal. Neal up on the glass, missed it. Tip back up, no good. Taken away on the rebound by Cisne. As the freshman Potter comes away with it. To Hosick, over to Hatcher. He's the other freshman. To the other freshman, Potter. Here's a little jump hook shot, and it's good by Josh Ferris. Ferris makes it 25-19. Cuts the Weber lead to 6 with 2:29 left here in the third quarter. Brody Mount. In the corner to Adcock. Down to Neal, and he's going to be fouled. Well, you know, with Atwood on the bench, Cisne just doesn't have any presence on the inside to deal with somebody like Charles Neal at 6'5".
Nope. And I thought Weber would be trying to utilize that more.
Well, they are now that now that Atwood's sitting down, that's for sure. They're going into Neal now. Checking in the ballgame, Caden Taylor, some more size for Weber at 6'3". Again, he's sophomore. As he replaces Brody Mount. So 6'1" sits down, 6'3" comes in. Neal's free throw's good.
1 out of 2.
26-19, 7-point lead for the Weber Trojans as Cisne brings it up. Just joined us, we're in the third quarter, 2:09 to play. Weber with a 7-point lead as Atwood's on the bench for Cisne with 4 fouls. Inside they go, wide open is Josh Ferris. It's at 26-21.
Nice pass.
A little defensive breakdown there somewhere with Weber. I mean, he was wide open. Thompson has it for the Trojans. Over to Taylor, back to Thompson. Around the horn, it comes to Stratton. Over to Adcock. Thompson has it again. To Stratton. Neal. In the corner to Adcock. Back out to Thompson. He's open for a shot. Missed it. Rebound, Cisne. Well, I'll give the Running Lions credit. They do crash the boards. You know, they may be outsized here.
They're scrappers.
And they may have 2 freshmen on the floor, but they do crash the boards. And we got a timeout on the floor with 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. Weber Township leading at 26-21.
We'd like to thank Fairfield Memorial Hospital. Welcome them on to the broadcast this season. They are a general medical and surgical hospital with 55 beds available. They're your everywhere care hospital.
And they are opening a new clinic in Cisne.
They're on 303 Northwest 11th Street in Fairfield. You can give them a call, 842-2611.
Yeah, a new clinic they announced this week that they're going to open in Cisne. So that'll be good.
Yep. Nice crowd on hand here today.
Oh, yeah, business is picking up too, isn't it?
For a Saturday afternoon.
And I bet business is picking up down at the hospitality room. What do you bet?
I'd say so.
I hope there's still something left for us when we get down there, because I'll be ready to eat again. Notice I said again. All right, here we go. Back to action here in the third quarter as Cisne has it. Got a foul call to reach in on Thompson, I believe.
Yep, be his second.
Yeah, they had some Italian beef down there and some bacon-wrapped wieners, and some brownies. Good stuff.
Yep. I tell you, Randy, all these places do a great job of trying to take care of the coaches and the media and the fans. So,
well, that's a lot of work, too.
Yes, it is.
It takes some time and preparation to put all that together. You don't just do that overnight. You got to put some thought into it, some planning. Here's a drive down the lane. It's missed. No good. By Potter, and rebound Weber Township. In the front court, they've got it to Thompson. Now to Neal. Neal drives, makes contact, comes back out to Thompson. Now to Taylor. He gives it up to Stratton. Taylor again. Looking inside, back out to Adcock, back to Taylor. Wanting to get it into Neal, but Cisne doing a decent job defensively there. Kind of clogging it up. Here's a shot from Adcock. It's in and out, no good. Rebound back up and in by Thompson. Thompson on the follow. Makes it 28-21. Trojans by 7 as we're down to 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Does Hatcher know how much time's left? Somebody better shoot it. The shot is short. That's the end of 3 quarters of play. Our score, 28-21. In favor of Weber Township. And we'll be back.
Today's broadcast is made possible through the generosity of the Man Cave in downtown Fairfield. Have you been to the Man
What's your
Cave?
sign?
Yeah, it's
lots of stuff for men, including knives, guns, photographs, coins, lots of collectibles, oddities, and conversation pieces. You can spend hours in the Man Cave, downtown Fairfield. Gene Kolak invites you to visit the Man Cave, a unique store with so much more. We appreciate his support.
All right, we are back. 3 quarters in the books. Danny, what do you think?
Well, Weber found a little more life that quarter, and they're just going to have too much size and strength, but this Lions club's going to give them a gallant effort here today.
And Cisne has started the fourth quarter with their star player back out on the floor with 4 fouls. That's Blake Atwood. He's going to play with 4 fouls in a 7-point game. Excuse me. There's Charles Neal with it from the elbow. Missed the shot and rebound by Cisne. Back the other way we go. Getting froggy here all of a sudden. Excuse me. Atwood has it. Again, he picked up that 4th personal foul early in the 3rd quarter. Here's a little give and go, and the shot is up and in by Aiden Farley, and it's 28-23, and Lions have cut it to 5.
Foul's going to be on number 35, Potter, his first.
That'll be out of bounds to Weber Township. Got that 5-point lead. Coming to Neal. Neal out to Brody Mount. Now to Stratton. Over on the right wing. Goes to Hart. Back to Stratton. Back to Hart. To Mount. Adcock passes up the shot. Trojans not getting in any hurry here, and I guess they really don't have to, leading it by 5. They can be patient. Ooh.
Almost a steal.
Yeah, Hosick thought he had it, but instead he picks up the foul.
Going to have a little bump foul. His first.
If he'd been an inch taller, he might have had that one.
But it's the 6th foul, so that's next foul is going to send Weber to the line.
Yep. Yeah, only 1 foul this half on the Trojans. 6:38 left in the game. Again, after this, it'll be Gallatin County against North Clay in our second game this afternoon here at the 64th Annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. We'll have that one for you, too. So we had Doug Miller on the sports couch with us this morning as one of our guests. Here's Neal on the baseline, missed it, tipped it back up and in. Good second effort that time by Charles Neal. He had 3 defenders around him.
Well, you can see that's definitely the plan for the Trojans.
30-23, a 7-point lead. As Atwood goes inside, there's a little jump hook. No good by Farley, and rebound by the Trojans. Adcock over on the left wing to Hart, to Mount. Inside Charles Neal, back to Stratton. Neal works on his man, comes back to Stratton. He'll fire away from 3 and hits it. Dylan Stratton with the 3 ball.
His first basket of the day.
Amazing. Gives Weber a 10-point lead, their biggest of the game, at 33-23, and it comes with 5:25 left here in the ball game. Here's Atwood from the baseline. Bounces, off, no good. Rebound, Brody Mount for Weber. Lead pass, nice pass. Thread the needle down at the other end of Dalton Hart, and he scores and he's fouled. That was a beautiful pass.
Foul's going to be on Hosick.
Good heads-up play and pass there by Brody Mount as he looked up court. It's one of the things you try to teach your players is look up the court. Paid off that time. 35-23, and at the line for the and one is Dalton Hart. Got it. 36-23. Cisne back in the front court with the freshman Hatcher. Goes to another freshman. That's Potter. Potter's going to fire it away. Got it. Look at that.
3 ball.
He says, I might be a freshman, but I can score in this varsity game in the tournament. No big deal.
Well, this Cisne team's pretty young. I can see that.
Yeah, they are. There's Charles Neal.